You understand? Otherwise, let us say, why are you over there then? See, there is a certain purpose to be served. It's like today, if I want to open the fan to clean it, I need a screwdriver. If the screwdriver is not in place, I can't open the fan. Right? I'll just sit in the right place. Okay. 1 second, just give me a moment. Felony. Yeah. Good morning, Pari. Are you today? You okay? Good, good. Take medicines, okay? Otherwise, you will become Sardarji. Sick mean. Otherwise, you will become sick. Yes, Padma, it is like this. Every person is specifically there for a specific reason. Now, you may wonder why the reasons are there. It is like, let us say, for example, there is this, 9/11, or there is this movie about people who were caught in the Thailand, during that tsunami. So those people, what happened? Padma, are you there? She got frozen. I'll send a message to Aparna, you are there, no? Okay, I can see. Pari, I can see you and I. Padma I was answering Padma anyway.
Britta is also there. Sorry.
Yeah, Britta is also there. Padma is disappeared now. She'll come back. So, yeah. Just log in once again. So,
she's like the Star Trek heroine. She appears and disappears.
Yeah. Leonard Nimoy. Yeah, Padma, you are saying something. What happened?
I don't know. The connectivity keeps going off.
Okay.
Intermittent net.
Okay. Anyway,
you're saying every person there is a tool.
Yeah. So see, you are there for a specific reason, because your karmas are all intertangled with those people. So you are there specifically for that reason. All right. And this is the reason why everything, all things in this world appear. Now you may be walking in a shopping mall, okay, and in the shopping mall you go and pick up an object, and then you bill it out and take it home. Now it is a small, maybe calculator or something like that, and you have picked up a calculator. You may just leave it in your cupboard thinking that I need the calculator. What happens is, when many months later the calculator is still lying inside, and suddenly Tej says, Mom, my calculator is busted, I need a new one. Suddenly your mind goes to that. Oh, there is one lying inside. Come on, you take that. So we always have this very, it's a coincidence, we say. There is no coincidence in this world. Everything is specific and to the point.
Everything is ordained.
Yeah. So that is the reason why thing is there. It is specifically there. Again, we sometimes, you will find that mothers, grandmothers used to hide money in some dabba, in some book or something like that. And now my mother's pothi, it had so much, 10 rupiah, 1 rupiah, 2 rupiah, aisa notes rehta tha. And nobody used to touch that. It was just lying closed. And suddenly one fine day, when I opened that book, I found the money. And I told my mother, देखो ये पैसा है, हाँ तू घेऊन टाक. like something like that. So you can understand that that thing has come over there, or specifically the things have been placed over there for a certain reason. The reasons may not be obvious to us. So in our material world also, lot of incidents happen to us. Incidents like you may be standing waiting for a bus to come. The first bus comes and you are not allowed to get inside. Though the bus is empty, you can see, but everybody is standing at the door. Nobody is allowing you to go inside. So you get very angry, frustrated, and you stand outside again. And then the next bus comes after half an hour. And then you wonder, कि मैं पहले बस में अगर मैं जाती थी तो कितना अच्छा रहता था. Now you will say कि if I had to catch this bus after half an hour, what is the point? I mean, I should have come half an hour late to the bus stop. Now, why waste my time?
Why did I rush? Yeah.
Why did I rush? Why did this happen? And then you again, the second bus is so overcrowded, you can't get inside that also. So you say, maybe God is telling me not to, go to this place. And then when you are about to leave, the third bus comes, and it is completely empty. And you get inside and you sit. And you reach your destination, and you think that whatever that was supposed to have been there, has started already. No. You will find that everything is waiting for you to come. And then you start. Now, wondering why the first bus and the second bus and now this third, and why you came early. The more you think about it, the more confused you are going to become. But destiny has programmed it in such a way. Destiny had programmed it so that you don't get into the first bus, then you don't get into the second. It is many years ago, the same thing happened with me. I was standing at a station in Mumbai called Bandra station, and I was trying to get inside a train to go to my house in Virar. Virar is very far, it's about 60 kilometers away. So when I tried to get inside that train, the people behind me, they pushed me inside the train, inside the dabba. Okay. So when they pushed me inside the dabba, and after the train halted there for slightly 1 more minute. So something came in my mind. I said, "Ye khada reh ke jaane ka barabar nahi." So I got off the train. Somehow I got off the train. And then I went to the other platform to catch a reverse train, one which goes to Dadar and comes back. Now this would have meant that I was going to waste about 1 hour of my time, because the train has to go first to the destination point and then start from there and again come to Bandra, and from Bandra it is supposed to go to Virar. So 1 hour I was going to waste. So I got inside this Dadar local, went to Dadar. The train started at 7:35 and 7:35 in the evening, and came to Bandra at around 7:40. Now, the earlier train was nearly at 6:40, remember, and this train was at 7:40. It was nearly 1 hour delayed. So, though I was sitting in the window, I was reading my book. And I said कि जो होता है अच्छे के लिए ही होता है, ऐसे बोलते हैं, इसीलिए शायद तो मैं बैठ के चला गया. I came to there are stations called Andheri, and then there is then it stops at all the stations right up to Virar. So it was stopping, and then Borivali came. It stood there for 10 minutes. Then it started again. It came to Dahisar, and finally the train came to a place called Bhayindar. Now Bhayindar and Meeder and there is another station called Naigaon. So between Bhayindar and Naigaon there are two huge क्या बोलते हैं पुल को क्या बोलते हैं ब्रिज, and my train was halted at this place called Bhayindar. 1 घंटा 2 घंटा 3 घंटा मेरा ट्रेन उधर ही सड़ रहा है, और मैं I got finally fed up and I didn't know what was happening. And finally, remember 7:30 को मैंने वहां से निकला था, तो by the time I came to Bhayindar it was already 8:30, and 3 hours delay मतलब 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 हो गया. My parents were worried, everybody was worried. I didn't know, there were no cell phone का जमाना at that time.
Yeah, nothing. No phones also.
Yeah, no phones also. And Virar there was no phone at all. Okay, we were living in a village. So somebody said कुछ तो भी हो गया है आगे. And in that, Chandani Raat mein, I had to walk over two huge bridges. नीचे इतना गहरा पानी की पूछो मत. And these are not the bridges where they have the sides and all that. You have to walk over the sleepers. The sleepers, no? ऐसा करके. तो सामने का स्लीपर अगर गायब है तो सामने का आदमी बोलता है स्लीपर नहीं है, नीचे देखो. And so the next person will walk. And we walked and we came to this station, Naigaon, and after that there is another station called Vasai. And when we came in between Vasai, we saw there was a mangled mess of two trains. The compartment in which I was supposed to travel had completely telescoped. The ladies' compartment had completely telescoped inside this compartment. And that day lot of people had died. So I saw the mess over there, and the thing was still electrical fire and everything was going on over there, and it is in the middle of nowhere. I don't know whether y'all, Aparna might have traveled, but there was nothing there, nothing, absolutely nothing. You are in the middle of a creek bole to khadi, daldal.
Yeah.
And there is nothing there, and there is nothing to see also, but this whole train had got smashed into. So two trains there was a head-on collision. And then I came home. I reached home at around 1:30 or so, 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the night, because it's a long distance walking. And my parents were worried. Now, when I look back in time, this was when I was just 20 or 21 years old. When I look back in time, that time I can see that, that I didn't get into that compartment because I was not to be a part of that scene. So it is only in retrospection that you will come to know why you were there or why you were not there. So you will then come to know why you got off from the train or why you didn't get into that train. So this idea can only come to you if you are a participant in that karmic game. So when I said the doership remains with you, the system of destiny is what plays around. Krishna is telling Arjuna that, see, destiny is telling you very clearly, ye karo, ye karo, ye karo, ye karo.
So that's the inner voice.
Yeah, and Krishna is there talking to him also, isn't it? And Krishna is the inner voice. It's telling you clearly कि देखो ये तुम्हारे सामने situation है, तुम क्षत्रिय हो, you are the person in the spot. It is your duty to lift that bow and arrow and shoot. And if you say at that point in time that I am not going to do it, you are getting into the trap of karma. Remember, there is this action, inaction and prohibited action. Now here you are supposed to act. Otherwise, why will you be there? Why are you as a Kshatriya over there? So you will find that many a time some things appear to us. You may wonder, ये क्या करने का है मेरे को? ये सब तो मेरे बस की बात नहीं है, मैं नहीं करना है. I am not interested in all these things, or I don't want to do. Then why has that thing come to you? It has come to you because there is some action that needs to be done, or some inaction that needs to be done. Inaction I explained to you. Okay, action I also had explained to you. So it happens. And in this verse where he says to Arjuna that, where does he say? मेरा किधर गया ये? हम लोग कौन सा चैप्टर में है बाबा?
We finished chapter 4.
ओए ओए ओए, मेरा पेज भी सब गायब हो गया. Okay. Okay, I am not able to search it. So he says to Arjuna, see, all this I have kept in front of you and it is time that you do it. But if you don't do, तुम्हारा with your mind you keep on thinking कि मैं ये नहीं करना चाहता हूँ, तो action will definitely happen at that point in time. The same thing is repeated in the last verse also, I think. Last, who is that? Senthil. Okay. Good morning, Senthil.
Good morning, Guru.
You see, yeah, he says in chapter 18, 59 verse.
Okay.
59 verse, chapter 18.
Okay.
Padma, you are on.
Yeah.
Your video came on. Magic happens.
Oh, is it? But I was here only.
No, you are here only. The only one as I figure था. जैसा अभी कल्पना का खाली black.
Oh, that's Kalpana. Okay.
वो दिखता ही नहीं है किधर है. Yes, अभी खाली एक पिक्चर आया कुछ तो. Okay, chapter 18 verse 59.
Yeah.
See what he says.
If
taking your stand on egotism, you think I will not fight. Vain is the resolve of yours. Nature will drive you to the act. That action too which you are not willing to undertake through ignorance, you will be perforce perform. You will perforce perform, born out of your own duty, born of your nature.
Yeah.
So now you understand. He is telling very clearly that देखो, तुम अगर सोचते हो कि ये मेरा काम थोड़ी है, मैंने तो नहीं करना है, मैं क्यों करूँ ये काम, ये मेरा काम नहीं है, तो वो काम आपके पास आया क्यों है?
But you also said follow your heart. So isn't there a dichotomy?
See, that is the first thing that I told you. Follow your heart means what? Who lives in your heart?
Voice.
Yeah, who lives in your heart?
The Lord.
The Lord himself. The Lord is telling you very nicely, देखो ये तुम्हारे पास काम आया, देखो क्या कर सकते हो. So follow your heart doesn't mean that you take the second verse, second sentence of your mind. No, follow the first sentence of your
the pure thought. Yeah.
Yes, the pure heart will always tell you something. So that is what you got to follow. All right. And if the thing has come in front of you, it has come for a very, very important reason. The reasons are important. Many a times we get opportunities, but we do not take them because thinking कि, पता नहीं ये शायद I am not qualified for this, or I don't fit into this bill or something like that. Why it has come? For a reason, specifically for a reason. And that reason can never be understood or known at that point in time. It is only in retrospection that you will understand. So in this last week, Aparna had posted some ladies, interview, TED talk. Now this lady has met a person who is a very vicious person. He threatens her with a gun and stuff like that. She's married to him. 2 years of such type of a marriage, and then she divorces him, and then she gets married again to this guy who 18 years with him, 3 children, and she says now I am happy with this kind soul, and so on and so forth. Now let us say you may think कि वो फिर पहला marriage का जरूरी क्या था? I'm sorry, it was destined. The second marriage had to happen. So the first marriage was to be there, isn't it?
A sequence has to be.
वो sequence वैसे ही है. तो उस time पे the question comes in, why did I do this? What was the need for me to do that? ऐसा करने का जरूरी था क्या? भगवान को दूसरा कुछ सोचता नहीं क्या? मेरे को ऐसा सब फालतू लोगों के साथ लेके आता है? लेकिन नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. वो 1 के बाद 2 आता है, 2 के बाद 1 नहीं आता है. हाँ, ऐसा ही है. हमारा लाइफ सीक्वेंशियल है. and the sequences need to be followed. We may say, I don't like number 1, number 2, number 3. Maybe I like the number 4. तो बोला तू इधर क्यों है, मिडिल ईस्ट में जाना. तो ऐसा है. Why that happens? Who knows? It's sequential. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Senthil, you have anything? No. Bito? No. Pari? You don't laugh. I'm asking you. Do you have any questions? Yeah. No. Aparna? No. Kalpana? Frozen? ऐसा है एकदम. No questions.
Yesterday you spoke about 3 kinds of actions.
No. What, you are falling down or what?
No, I was doing something. Sorry.
Okay. मैं बोला डम 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 जोर से कुछ आवाज आ गया.
No, I'm walking around with the laptop in hand. I can't keep the video on. It will sound look very silly.
Oh, you are walking with the laptop in hand.
Yeah, I got up a little late, so now I've come to my place. Now I'll sit here.
Okay. Here the thing is, there are 3 kinds of action. No, 3 kinds of action which are there. One is called action, which you are supposed to do. One is called inaction, and the third one is called prohibited action. I know nobody has asked me what is prohibited action, and I have not even said it. Who is this? What is this? You are what? Become Babaji or Swamiji or what?
What is prohibited action?
Prohibited action. See, the Vedas and the Shastras have something written in it. Okay? The written things say that prohibited action should not be done. Okay? They are prohibited by nature. Alright? Nature says you can't do this. So if the prohibited action says you can't gouge your eyes out. Can you imagine that? बोला ऐसा ट्विंक करके एक आंख, दूसरा ट्विंक करके एक आंख. Only ghosts can do that. You can't do that. So I'm just giving you a joke.
Prohibited action, right?
I beg your pardon?
Cow slaughter is prohibited action.
Yeah. See, these are basically the Manusmriti and various other texts which were distorted at a later point in time. They are distorted because we are actually adapting them to our environment. Now, prohibited action. I will tell you one very stupid thing that I saw yesterday. Okay? Now, and you will really wonder what exactly happened. Now, if I take all of y'all and I say, children, we are going to Kabban Park for a picnic today. Let us sit in the bus and go to Kabban Park. And then as a teacher, I tell you, now all of you get down, or as a red flag leke, please follow me. And then I'll take you to maybe Bannerghatta Park. Instead of Kabban Park, maybe I'll say Bannerghatta Park. Okay, this is the lion, this is the tiger. ऐसा करके बोलते हैं और सब children, नहीं, kitty. No putting your hands inside, that's not a kitty. That's a lion, that's a tiger. See, the teacher tells you all these things. And you might have seen the lions and the tigers in, paintings and stuff like that, or your picture books. Now, I am going to enact the same scene yesterday, what happened in front of me. I was sitting at a place. A bus load of children came. Now, all these children were in the age group of 6, 7, 8, that age group, okay? And there were about 50 of them, 50 or 55, maybe, I think the bus takes about more than 50. So, there were 3 or 4 teachers. Now, the teacher said, we have got down at Little India Station, MRT. Can you see? Some children, और एक दूसरे की ऐसी छेड़ निकाल रहे कि पूछो मत. Now we are going to take a tour around Little India. And all the children are looking at the teacher. Now open your iPads. And please click it on and write your name and enter the password. To see Little India, you have to have an iPad, then you have to write your name and you have to open and to say the password. Now open, वो कुछ तो भी एक और एक open होता है. Now let us open this page. What does it say? We are going to a shop named so and so. I mean, think about it. We are making robots out of our children.
Stereotypes.
It is so pathetic in nature that they don't even have the brains to say, this is little India, this is the shop we are going to go into. I mean, you have to go through process. Imagine in a bank that idiot is sitting in front of you and telling me, kindly wait, my system is booting up. एक रख के देने का लगता है. मतलब साले तू टेलर है. हाँ, टेलर का काम है, माई सिस्टम इज बूटिंग अप. तेरा पैसा है कि नहीं मालूम नहीं सिस्टम के अंदर. इमेजिन करो आज हमारी हालत ये हुई है. कंप्यूटर से इंस्टेड ऑफ becoming, the world is becoming closer and faster and all that, we have made our children into dolls, and these children are then instead of looking around, they are looking inside that iPad and walking on the street. And what was the teacher doing? One of them had put the music on in her ear and the second one was busy on the phone. She was just going on blah 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 blah, talking to some person on the phone, and they were least bothered about it. And the children were turning, now we have come to this, now we have come to this, aisa. It is so idiotic. Now think about it. कि हम लोग हमारे बच्चों को जो ज्ञान देना चाहते हैं वो ज्ञान के बजाय ना अज्ञान दे रहे हैं. So now, Kalpana, your question, 3 types of action. Think about it. What is this action, what is this inaction, and what is this prohibited action? Action is simple. There is a flower in front of you, smell it if you want to. No, I will first go into my iPad, click the photograph, do the match. I have this matching software. It is going to match and then it will tell me, oh, this looks like a rose. It has got smell. No, let me see whether that species has a smell. Okay. No, this species doesn't match up with this. Maybe it has smell. Now, if I smell, I'll get the pollen in my nose. And I'll end up with, sneezing. I should not smell the rose. हम लोग ऐसे idiots बना रहे हैं आज की दुनिया में. Think. This is what we are finally ending up at. So, action, very simple. Your eyes are telling you, it's a beautiful rose. Smell it. Take the smell. Inaction. You are using your mind and the worldly knowledge around you. What kind of a rose it is? Does it have smell? Some person has written it has very beautiful smell. So then only you will go and smell it. But can you imagine how much the mind has played? And if the mind has played and then you have performed an action, that is called an inaction. Because you are supposed to be spontaneous in nature. Your inner being has told you, smell it. So smell it. The inner being has told you, no, uska kaata hai, naak sambalo. नहीं तो जोर से गाना पड़ा, काटा लगा नाक में, ऐसा करके गाना गाना पड़ेगा. And what is prohibited action? Prohibited action मतलब अभी हमारे इंडिया में होता है, फॉरेन कंट्रीज में नहीं होता है. अभी है ना, हम लोग पिक्चर देख रहे हैं, सामने एक है ना, एक मलयाली लड़की आके बाल में बहुत बड़ा ऐसा माला डाल के, don't go and smell in her hair nice flowers. That is prohibited action. मतलब नाक उसके है ना ऐसा, मतलब मस्त स्मेल आ रहा है. You can't do that. In this material world there are action, inaction and prohibited action. These 3 types of actions are there. So Krishna is very clear in his undertaking कि देखो भाई, action ठक करके जो करने का है वो करने का, inaction जो नहीं कर सकते उस समय because of certain reason and you are not at all in the process of, actually you are supposed to but you are not doing it, that's inaction. Prohibited action which it is mentioned that for the material purposes you are not supposed to be doing because somebody somewhere has told you So you got to not do it. So these are three things. Okay, any other question? No? All right. So we'll go to chapter 5 now, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Now for Senthil, I'll read the last line first. It's called the yoga of action and knowledge. All right. It's a continuation of the previous chapter. It's like we are now going into that. Arjuna said, Krishna, you extol Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, and then the yoga of action. Pray, tell me which of the two is decidedly conducive to my good. Imagine, like you are listening. एक लाइन में बोला कि तुमने है ना, you should be studying very hard, you should learn about this, ये ऐसा ऐसा करना चाहिए. और second instant I am telling you, तुमने काम करना चाहिए, तुमने ऐसा होना चाहिए. तो वो आदमी सामने का, ये क्या है तुम्हारा, समझ में नहीं आता. तू पहला बोलता है कि तुम पढ़ो और सेकंड टाइम में बोलता है काम करो. ये क्या दो चीज क्या है? मेरे को एक बोलो ना, एक बोलो ना. हाँ, मैं द्रौपदी नहीं है, मेरे को 5 हस्बैंड्स नहीं मांगता है. आई एम ओनली वन, आई वांट ओनली वन. तो मेरे को एक ही बोलना है, ऐसा 5 चीज का बड़ा चॉइस मत देना. So he is a very confused person. So he is asking Krishna, see, first you went on talking, extolling about it. मतलब कितना अच्छा है, कितना अच्छा है, कितना अच्छा है, ऐसा करके है ना सांख्य योगा के बारे में बोला. और फिर उसके बाद नेक्स्ट इसमें बोलता है ये वर्क कितना अच्छा है, कितना अच्छा है, कितना अच्छा है. अच्छा, दोनों अच्छा है, तो मैं क्या करूं फिर उसमें? मेरे को कुछ तो बोलो ना, चॉइस दो ना, ये करने का कि वो करने का. आई एम वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड. सो भगवान सेज, the yoga of knowledge and the yoga of action both lead to supreme bliss. Okay, both are leading to the same destination, okay, which is called supreme bliss. All right. मतलब you go from MG road to Jayanagar, or you go from airport road to Jayanagar, you are anyway going to reach Jayanagar only, correct? So we are basically looking at Jayanagar to reach. So he says both are going to reach the same place. Of the two, however, the yoga of action being easier to practice is superior to the yoga of knowledge. In our school we have always been told, don't try to attempt the tougher question first. Try to attempt the easier question first, so that when you attempt the easier question first, you can get it out of the way and then you can tackle the tougher one.
You save on time.
You save on time and energy. But try to imagine if you are going to try the tougher question first, उसमें है ना पूरा घंटी भी बच जाएगा. तो फिर है ना घंटी बजेगा तभी बोलता था, oh my god, I should have attempted that other one, I could have got at least some marks. Now I am going to get 0 because I tried to attempt the tougher one first. No, so try to attempt the easier one first. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna, see, between the two of them, the karma yoga is easier than Jnana yoga. So that is the reason why I said कि Jnana yoga बाद में, पहला karma yoga. And they are superior. Why is that superior? Because it is easy, that is why it is superior. देखो उसमें तुमको मार्क्स मिल जाएगा इजीली, फटक करके मार्क्स मिल रहा है. दूसरा इसमें सोचेगा तू, पहले काले बाल से सफेद होते हैं, फिर उसके बाद पूरा टकला हो जाता है तेरा, फिर भी समझ में नहीं आता. The karma yogi who neither hates nor desires should ever be considered as an ever renunciant. For Arjuna, he who is free from pair of opposites is easily liberated from bondage. So he says karma yoga is easy to follow. To do something is very, very easy. So what is the karma yogi supposed to do? He is supposed to do the action, whatever that comes his way, and there should neither be likes nor dislikes. You remember, nothing should taint, again going back into it, the object, this, that, we have done all those things. So yeah, you can rewind and see if you want to. Okay, so here the thing is, he says there should be neither likes nor dislikes. जो है वो करने का है तो करने का ही है. तो कर्म योगी who neither hates nor desires should ever be considered as an ever renunciant. मतलब who is a person who is a renouncer, रिनाउंसर कौन? रिनाउंसर का इंग्लिश है वो तो, ये हमारे लैंग्वेज में क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
त्यागी.
Correct. The book is called Gita, is a reverse of Tagi, isn't it? So, person who has given up, who is the one who has given up? The one who does his job without any likes or dislikes is called the renunciant.
You renounce the fruit of action. He is a
Yeah, exactly. But you have to do the action. The idea is whether you like it or not, the action has to be performed. There are no choices. So action has to be performed. Meanwhile, we have renounced the fruit of it because we are neither liking it nor disliking it. See, what do we do? Now I'll tell you one funny thing which happens when people come in spiritual. Every job that they were doing, earlier they were so passionate about it. I want to go and do this. I want to win. I want to become the best in this industry. And hundreds of things the person has thought of. I want to be the CEO of this company. I have to get so much of money, $1 million. I will get so much salary. ये सब बोल के पहले हुआ था, इसके लिए तुम्हारा पैशन था. And that is the reason why you were after your job. Left, right and center. जब भी 10 घंटे का जॉब करने का वहां पे 20 घंटे बिताते थे. And you were so busy in your world that you were focused on reaching the destination. Okay, that is when you started. But the moment you get into spiritual, whatever is necessary that you need to do, you will do it. Sometimes you can finish your job in 6 hours. You will finish your job focused in 6 hours. Focused in 6 hours. That means you are just doing your job for the sake of doing it, and you will do it perfectly because you have to be the best tool. So you attempt it perfectly. Meanwhile, there are neither a desire nor any likes or dislikes in your world. Earlier you used to love the job. Now you may not feel motivated to do it because your spiritual world is bringing you down. It's telling you, देखो ये सब दुनियादारी बही सही नहीं है. Don't bother about this worldly stuff. And you get घृणा. घृणा, अब घृणा का इंग्लिश वर्ड क्या है?
Hatred.
aversion.
Aversion. घृणा होती है, aversion होता है कि ये मेरे पास क्यों आ रहा है. I mean, see, when I was in the material world, for me making money, I have to make money. और साला उस टाइम पे मेरे पास पैसा भी नहीं आता था. लेकिन when I am saying, I am not in this material world, yet this thing is coming to me. Why is it coming to me? जब भी मैं मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में था तभी मेरे को अच्छा ब्रेक चाहिए था, मस्त जॉब चाहिए था, तभी तो साला एक भी नहीं आता था. और अभी जब मुझे नहीं चाहिए, I don't want God, I don't want this, please, why are you giving me? And God has given me 10 opportunities. बोले बेटा ये भी कर, ये भी कर, ये भी कर, ये भी कर और ये भी कर. Then you look up at God and say, oh, so what, you're testing me or what? God is smiling and saying, भैया तेरे पास टेक्नोलॉजी है इसीलिए मैंने तेरे सामने रखा है. खाने का है तो खाने है, तो गया भाड़ में. So then the thing is, you really wonder, should I do it or shouldn't I? No, the moment you wonder, should I do it or shouldn't I, mind has come into play, and mind is the biggest problem in your material world. Now, मेरे को ये खोलने को थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, लेकिन खुल जाएगा. खुल जा सिम खुल गया. And I just want to read something which I think one of you has. मेरा फोन को पता नहीं क्या करने का अभी, ये ना इसको मारना मांगता है. There was something which somebody had posted, okay, that I will read. A devotee once asked why the impure world of Maya came forth from pure Brahma. Ramana Maharshi. Sri Bhagavan said, Ramana Maharshi says, everything is pure. It is only the mind that comes in between that is impure. This is the verse that has been written in Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi said these words. So can you imagine, everything in the world that comes in front of you is purity itself, because God is telling you this is purity. And your mind says, should I do it or shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? Should I? Your mind is saying that. Whereas what is the logical step that you are supposed to take? What is it God is telling you? सामने आया करने का, कर देने का. Naturally, that which appears to you, you got to do it. Why are you denying it? The moment you cogitate on it, even for a second if you have cogitated, why is God giving this in front of me? You know, He understands, I am a renunciate. मैंने तो सब त्याग दिया है, अब वो मेरे सामने ये क्यों लेके आता है? Please, your mind is telling you, He is trying to test me. No. Why will God के पास इतना टाइम है तुमको टेस्ट करने के लिए? वो बहुत बिजी आदमी है. तो वो सामने तुम्हारे आया क्योंकि तुम्हारे पल्ले पड़ना है, इसके लिए, और कुछ नहीं. So this is what he says. So the karma yogi who neither hates nor desires should ever be considered as an ever renunciant. For Arjuna, he who is free from the pair of opposites is easily liberated from bondage. So the moment you are not having this should I, shouldn't I, yes, no, maybe, what to do, should I do, should I shouldn't do, you know, all these words that come up, they are nothing but telling you your mind is at play. And the moment your mind is at play, the second line, Arjuna, he who is free from pair of opposites is easily liberated from bondage. So don't have this pair of opposites. Got it? There is nothing to like nor dislike in this world. There is nothing to be very passionate about it or dispassionate about it. Nothing like that. You just, if it comes your way, you just do it because it has come your way. For the spiritual person, this is a very, very important lesson. Many a times we want to leave everything and walk away and go somewhere. Okay? I am sorry. Who told you that you can walk away and go? Nobody. It's your own mind which is telling you. You are disgusted with this world. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know, the yogis don't do this. I'm sorry. That is not a yogi. That's a dhobi. कपड़े धोता है साला. नो, योगी लोगों को कोई भी भगवान ने बोला नहीं है जा जाके है ना शेंडी लगा और उधर जाके बैठ जाना. वो उन लोग को लगता है कि वैसा ऑस्टेरिटीज करने से भगवान मिलता है. वो वहां पे है ना 10,000 बरस तक आप बैठे रहेंगे फिर भी है ना वो ही विल बी स्टेइंग समवेयर इन कतार. आप कतार में है, भगवान का आंसर आता है. हाँ, बोले ऐसे टाइप को तो मैं एंट्रीज नहीं देगा, जा पोड़ा. So yeah, the thing is, no, we are in Kali Yuga. Okay, we are not in Stone Age. Okay, वो आधा लुंगी पहन के या फिर वो एक लंगोटी मार के घूमने का बोला नहीं है किसी ने. वाला पेंगुइन लोग भी कपड़ा पहनता है, समझा? वो उधर अंटार्कटिका अर्टिका में रहता है, वो भी कपड़ा पहनता है, कुत्ते भी व्हाइट और ब्लैक पहनता है. अब मेरे पास बहुत अच्छा अच्छा पिक्चर्स है पेंगुइन का. मैं कभी तो अभी मेरे पास है ना कंप्यूटर नहीं है, नहीं तो मैं पोस्ट करता था. ऑलराइट, तो थिंक अबाउट इट. In current day Kali Yuga, imagine somebody wearing orange clothes. Come on, boss, get it designed. Christian Dior, Lacroix, you know. ऐसा लोगों के पास जाके तुम्हारा ऑरेंज क्लोथ्स भी डिजाइन करो, नो प्रॉब्लम. और मे बी यू शुड गो टू ऑस्टिन पावर्स, माइक मायर्स, वो तेरे को बराबर. So, no, he has not told you to wear some long choga and become a stupid dunce, you know, and roam around the countryside saying, aisa karke. No. In today's day and age, if he has told you, you know, oh, there is Hemant Trivedi, you wear that clothes. So the thing is, the clothes don't make a yogi. Neither does his hairstyle makes him a yogi. Okay. No hairstyle. Dadi ra, nahi ra. Huh? I mean, the first question which, there was a very funny incident which happened over here. I hope she's not listening. Okay. So the thing was, Rajesh is asking me, suppose if you have your ashram, will I get shampoo? मैंने बोला नहीं, हमारे आश्रम में शैम्पू नहीं रहेगा. बोला, then I said, don't worry, we will have a salon over there. बोला शैम्पू करने के लिए भी तेरे लिए आदमी लोग रहेंगे, मतलब जो वहां से मेरे बाल संवारो वगैरह करने के लिए भी. You know, it's a very, very important thing. Have you noticed it? I mean, here you are talking about not wearing fancy clothes, going and sitting in the Himalayas. Have you noticed all these, people, those who come on that Sanskar and Astha and all those channels? उनके बाल देखे हैं, वो जो मैडम लोग आती हैं उनके, क्या मस्त से एकदम पर्म बम करके या फिर एकदम ऐसा फ्लोइंग बाल रहता है उनका, और एकदम मेकअप वेकअप लगा के, है ना, कैमरा है ना सामने तो मेकअप लगा के बैठने का है ना. Have you noticed it? I mean, when you think about it, you can't have an ashram like that. You better have something where you will be comfortable, isn't it? So now you think, no, when you think, will I get a shampoo? Don't worry, I'll give you a conditioner with the shampoo. Okay, which brand do you want? So, ऐसा भी है. So there is nothing like, I mean, you can't have today, it's a Kali Yuga. In the Kali Yuga, hypocrisy is not good. If you are, तो ऐसे हम लोग मजाक कर रहे थे, तभी बोला, what kind of dress you will have? Dress code. बोला आजकल कॉलेज में भी ड्रेस कोड रहता है, तुम्हारा ड्रेस कोड क्या? बोला कुछ नहीं, बोला लीवाइस वीवाइस का जिन रहेगा वो पहनने का, एक टी शर्ट पहनने का और घूमने का. बोला yeah, that's good. I don't even need to wash my jeans for 6 months. I said good, it will save on laundry bills.
It will save water also.
Yeah, save water also. Okay, but don't go in front of Guruji without wearing a, deodorant. Otherwise he will have to do pranayam. Well, close your nose.
Kumbhaka, long kumbhaka he has to do. Extended kumbhaka.
So, it is natural. It comes to naturally. But why are you trying to be unnatural? When you say that you are a renunciate, renunciation does not mean giving up the material world. It means giving up the fruits of all action. So do not ever say, I am becoming a renunciate. Renunciation only means giving up the fruits of action. But you gotta do the action. Action has to be done. Krishna has said in the previous chapter, मेरे को इस दुनिया में कौन सा भी एक्शन करने का जरूरी नहीं है. In all the 3 worlds, I don't need to do any action. Yet I continue to do the action. Doesn't he say? Even if I stop for a minute doing anything in my material world, the whole world will come to an end and I will be responsible for it to destroy it. Correct? So I keep on doing all actions continuously. If I am doing action, follow my example. Okay, because people want to follow great people's example. So he says, see, great people, they do always. So, and every other person follows that person. So he says, I am a great person, so follow me. I do action, so follow me and do the action. Very egoistic, no? It is the ignorant, not the wise, who say that Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga lead to divergent result. For one who is firmly established in either gets the fruit of both, which is the same, God realization. Everybody says, Karma Yoga ka zaruri nahi, ya Sankhya Yoga karne ka kya zaruri hai. Don't worry. Both action, that is both these things, that is whether you do Karma Yoga or whether you do Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means yoga of knowledge, dissection of God. Okay, you take God, give him anesthesia, and then cut him up and try to find out what makes him God. That is the first yoga, which is called Sankhya Yoga. We cut God into pieces, chota chota tukda, keema, and then we try to analyze every. And the second one is called the yoga of action, where you just have to keep on doing stuff in your material world, and both are going to lead you to the same result. I told you, to reach Jayanagar, you have to reach Jayanagar, isn't it? So either se jao ya udhar se jao, ek hi. So the supreme state which is reached by the Sankhya Yogi is attained also by the Karma Yogi. Therefore, he alone who sees Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga as identical, so far as the result goes, sees truly. So anybody who says, Sankhya Yoga karna hai, ki Karma Yoga karna hai, some people will say, ye karne ka zaruri hai. Somebody will say, this is very important. You can do either of it, does not matter. Both are going to lead you to the same results. And if both are going to lead you to the same results, why are you bothered which one are you doing? This one or that one? Koi problem nahi. Dono mein se koi ek karo. Without Karma Yoga, however, Sankhya Yoga, that is the renunciation of doership and in relation to senses and body, is difficult to accomplish. Whereas a Karma Yogi, who keeps his mind fixed on God, reaches Brahma in no time. Now, this verse, what does it mean? It means that there are people in this material world who sit in one place and they keep on doing Om, 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 or maybe, meditating. They keep on meditating all the time, or they are thinking of God all the time, or they are contemplating on what God is all about, or they are trying to answer the question, who am I? Or they read very heavy books like I am that. बोला तुमको बुक का पेज टर्न करने के लिए भी हाथ लगेगा. समझ में आया? नाक से सांस तो लेना ही पड़ेगा, आंख से देखना ही पड़ेगा, मुंह से खाना पड़ेगा, बात करना पड़ेगा, बराबर है, स्नान भी करना पड़ेगा. समझ में आया? सब करना पड़ता है. So don't say I am just sitting over there trying to dissect God. Don't be a hypocrite. You are not like Valmiki who can sit for 10,000 years. Okay? You need to go to the loo at least 10 times in a day. Okay, make it 5 times. You can't say I don't want to go, I am a yogi. Very shortly you will be a patient then. So, every person who thinks he is a Sankhya Yogi, I am a person who is knowledge based, I only try to dissect God, I am only sitting and doing meditation. No, that person has to do his work. Even breathing is Karma Yoga. It's an action based, isn't it? Even if he has to, ऐसा मक्खी आया तो ऐसा उसने उड़ाया, वो भी काम है ना. मतलब मक्खी आके बैठा इधर अनाक के ऊपर, तो ऐसा देखते बैठेगा नहीं, वो भी देखना भी कर्म योगा है. So every action, whether you like it or not, even a Sankhya Yogi has to perform. खाना पड़ेगा, पीना पड़ेगा, सोना पड़ेगा, रहना पड़ेगा, स्नान करना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा, सुनना पड़ेगा, everything. He has to do every possible action that he is supposed to do. So without Karma Yoga, however, Sankhya Yoga, that is renunciation of doership, in relation to all activities, senses and body is difficult to accomplish. For a Sankhya Yogi to say, I don't want to do this action, it's nonsensical. The person has to do what he has to do. So you cannot renounce Karma Yoga. Even if you say you are the great, you are doing the yoga of knowledge. No, I'm sorry. You have to do even yoga of action. Both these. Whereas the Karma Yogi who fixes his mind on God reaches Brahma in no time. And now we take the second part. There is a Karma Yogi. That is a person who keeps on doing action. You understood this, Pari? One who keeps on dissecting God but says, I don't want to do any action. He is forced to do action. He is breathing also. Breathing is an action. Even if he lifts his eyes to look around here and there, that is also action. So that person has to do action. Okay. Now we are looking at the other person who is doing action all the time. There is a person who does action all the time, that is a Karma Yogi. That Karma Yogi, when he is doing action, remember what he is supposed to do? He is only supposed to focus on doing the action, not on the results. So what does he do? He has neither likes nor dislikes nor anything, just keeps on doing action as and when it comes to him. Like he will breathe when he has to breathe. He doesn't know he's breathing, but he is breathing. He is eating. He doesn't know he's eating, yet he is eating. There are neither likes nor dislikes. I hate Karela. He can't say those words. If Karela is kept in front of him, he has to eat it. Got it? Okay. So now you may say, there are sometimes actions are performed, but prohibited actions may happen. Now what are prohibited actions? Now let us say Hinduism says you are not supposed to eat a cow meat, right? Now what happens when he is going about doing his Karma Yoga? At that time, wherever he is eating, cow meat comes into that. वो क्या बोलता है? बढ़ेगा आ गया उसमें. करेगा क्या वो? He can't say, I have sinned. No, the moment he says I have sinned, he has sinned. But he just does what comes to him naturally and then proceeds along the path and does what is coming to him naturally then. I still remember going to Indonesia and they served me. I went and said I want an omelette because I saw all the non-vegetarian stuff over there. Now omelette, I said vegetarian omelette, मतलब उसमें है ना तुम क्या कांदा और टमाटो वगैरह डाल के दे मसाला ऑमलेट. तो मैं ऑमलेट लेके खा रहा था. अभी ऑमलेट का खाली इतना पार्ट रह गया था. तो तभी राइस आई, बोले ये क्या खा रहा है? मैं बोला मैं ऑमलेट खा रहा हूँ. तो वो बोलती है बट दैट इज नॉन वेजिटेरियन, दैट हैज गॉट बीफ इन इट. आई सेड व्हाट आर यू सेइंग? यू सी दैट रेड थिंग इज नॉट अ टोमेटो, इट्स बीफ. The moment I came to know about it, I put that omelette aside. And then I continued eating the fruits. If I would have thought at that time, oh my God, I am the biggest sinner, I have eaten a cow. तो गए बाढ़ में. मतलब you have become the biggest sinner on earth the moment you stick to it. But no, it has come to me naturally. I ate it and then I left it. And then I went on doing my job. It really does not matter. Got it? Good. So, the Karma Yogi who is fully conquered. हो गया तुम्हारा काम? You have to leave? Okay. The Karma Yogi who has fully conquered his mind and mastered his senses, whose heart is pure and who has identified himself with the self of all beings, remains untainted even though performing action. This is the verse which I was talking about just now. He has fully conquered his mind. He doesn't have a mind to say, you remember mind? Should I do it or shouldn't I do it? The big question which came in is coming because of the mind. That which comes to you naturally, you are doing it. But the moment you say, ये मैंने करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, the mind has already entered. So now who is a Karma Yogi? the one who has conquered the mind. He doesn't allow the mind to even speak one word. No analysis. And mastered his senses. Mastered his senses. Maybe sometimes we have to go and clean the toilets. Those places may be stinky places. I don't want to go there because it is all smelling. ऐसा बोल के नहीं चलेगा. समझ में आया? If you got to do, you got to do. Why are you bothered about smell आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? वो तुम्हारे पल्ले में आ गया है काम, तो you got to do it. So you just do it. Whose heart is pure. He doesn't have. हम लोग मराठी में एक वर्ड यूज करते हैं आतल्या गाठीचा. आतल्या गाठीचा means he's got something hidden in his heart, something ulterior. No, this person is of a pure heart. He doesn't see right, wrong, bad, good, this, that. He doesn't see anything. He is just a pure-hearted person. He just goes and does what comes to him naturally. वो ऐसा नहीं सोचता है. देखो, जब तुम सोचने लगते हो ना, तभी तुम काम नहीं करोगे. लेकिन जब बगैर सोचे जो होना था वो करते रहोगे, you are the best possible person for self-realization. Please understand this. But the moment your mind comes into play, ये करना क्यों चाहिए? इससे क्या होगा? I will become a sinner if I do this act. Okay. So you have already become a sinner by just doing inaction. That is what is there. You got to do when you got to do. So you have to be of a pure heart. Naturally karna. Who is identified with the self of all beings, and he is identified with the God. Everything is God given. He says, in his own words, this is God given. God has put this in front of me, so I got to do it. So I got to do it. It's not important. ऐसा क्यों करना चाहिए? नहीं, कोई जरूरी नहीं. अगर करना है तो करो ना. समझ में आया? So he remains untainted even though performing action. You have to tell me if your time getting over or whatever. मेरे को इधर दिखता नहीं है कुछ भी.
20 minutes.
All right. So, however, we'll finish at 10. However, the Sankhya Yogi who knows the reality of things must believe that he does nothing, even though seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, drinking, walking, sleeping, breathing, speaking, answering call of nature, grasping, closing and opening of eyes, holding it in the sense alone that they are moving among their objects. Just now I said these same words. The Sankhya Yogi who believes he is the greatest thing on the planet Earth. Oh, Sankhya Yogis think no end of themselves. They are dissecting God left, right and center. And they think I know God. So, the Sankhya Yogis, what do? They know the reality of things. They understand the truth. What is the truth? That every part of their body is going to use itself. That means actions are going to happen. How are they going to happen? आंखों से देखना पड़ेगा. So your eyes are there. God has given you the eyes. You got to use them to see. Then you have to hear, touch, smell, eat, drink. A Sankhya Yogi cannot say, मैं ये सब नहीं करूंगा. ऐसा नहीं है. उसको सब करना पड़ता है. अभी जिंदा रहने के लिए ये सब तो करना पड़ेगा ना. खाना तो पड़ेगा, पीना तो पड़ेगा. Yeah. See, when all these great people who go to these different monasteries, they do austerities. खाना नहीं खाते. मतलब मैं पानी नहीं पीऊंगा, ये नहीं करूंगा, वो नहीं करूंगा, आंखें बंद करके रहूंगा 40 दिन, 50 दिन. Okay, then there are those people, I am not going to speak. Oh, there are some great people in the world. Okay, they practice this type of a meditation. where they don't speak. Okay, they don't eat. They have regulated eating habits. अरे भगवान ने दिया है खाने के लिए, खाओ ना. No, we are not supposed to speak. Acha, we are supposed to sit in one place, meditate for 12 hours. Your ass is going to get into a very big tight spot, sir. कल माजर खान के जैसा जाना पड़ेगा. I know most of the people don't know Master Khan.
Zeenat Aman's husband.
हाँ, जीनत अमान's husband.
He died of pancreatitis.
हाँ नो, वो आदमी को एक पिक्चर में है ना एक छोटा ऐसा गाड़ी दिया था, उसके ऊपर है ना उसको बिठाया था. I don't remember, it was some, yeah, and he has to sing some song or something like that. वैसा बैठने को लगेगा तुमको. Sorry, don't become that. You know all those bhikharis who move on their asses, they don't walk with their legs because their legs are like this, like this. Sorry, God has told you, you got legs, you better use them. So walk on their legs. Don't, I am not, God is now, till just now, I am asking you this question. Where is Krishna recommending meditation? You know what he is saying? Meditate on me. You know what he is actually talking? He is not telling you, sit meditating. वो ऐसा करने को नहीं बोलता है. Meditate on me means focus on me. जैसा गर्लफ्रेंड तुम्हारा आंखों के अंदर रहता है ट्विंक करके पहला. मतलब अभी यहाँ पे कौन है? खाली ब्रिटो और सेंथिल है, उनको बोल सकता हूँ. हाँ, नहीं तो हम लोग को अपनी एक हीरोइन, वो हीरोइन का पिक्चर 50 बार देखने का. जब भी मेट, फाइनली सैफ अली खान के साथ जाके शादी करती है वो. And finally you say, jab we never met now. So now we never met only. So no, he is telling you very clearly. जैसे तुम तुम्हारे गर्लफ्रेंड का नाम लेते हो, लैला 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 करते हो, वैसे तुम मेरा नाम लो. बस, that is meditation. He is not told you to sit in one place. He is not told you use your limbs. ऐसा करके बैठ के है ना किधर तो भी ऊपर देखते बैठने का है, नाक को देखते बैठने, वो भी नहीं बोला. बोला करने का है तो कर, नहीं तो भाड़ में गया. Krishna is very clear. He is not recommending any of those actions. He is saying whether you like it or not. Even the Sankhya yogi has to do all these. Eating, drinking, walking, sleeping, breathing, speaking, answering call of nature. 1 and 2 number. Okay, he has to do. You can't say मेरे को नहीं जाने का सुसु को. Sorry, ऐसा नहीं है. नहीं तो तेरे को साला हुआ है ना एडल्ट डायपर पहनने को लगाएगा. It's a sorry thing actually, you know, those adult diaper things. Those who don't have control over their, you know, so they have to wear it. But think about it. You are a Sankhya yogi. Sorry, you are supposed to go to the toilet also. You are supposed to go and do every blessed thing that you are supposed to. That is, now you may say, ये क्या है कृष्णा ऐसा गंदा सा बात क्यों बोलते हैं? Answering call of nature. You think Krishna never used to go to the loo or what? Don't say those words, okay? Even Jesus had to go. And even Buddha. I am the great Buddha. I'm sorry, Buddha sir को सुसु होने को आ गया तो वो भागता था. Grasping and closing and opening the eyes. वो हाथ में पकड़ने के लिए ग्रास करना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो क्या मैजिक टिंग ग्लास आ गया हाथ में, टिंग पी लिया, ऐसा नहीं होता है. ग्रास भी करना पड़ता है, आंखों से देखना भी पड़ता है, नहीं तो he'll grasp something else only. 2 थप्पड़ गिरेगा. So grasping and opening and closing is holding that it is the sense alone that is moving among the objects, knowing fully well that the senses are moving among the objects. Okay, your eyes will see the red color flower, your ears are not going to see. Correct है ना? Ears will hear. तेरे को गाली दिया किसी ने, of course they will hear, but you please understand, it's a part and parcel of this nature to do what it is supposed to do. When the wind is blowing, it is blowing. When it is raining, it is raining. Okay, when it is hot, it is hot. When it is cold, it is cold. You can't say when it is hot, no, I am cool, I am cool. Sorry, you are an idiot, you are an idiot. Put on the fan, it is hot. Samjha? You can't be a hypocrite in that circumstances. Samjha? Okay, Pratima Bedi was streaking on the beach. And you are a great Sankhya Yogi. I didn't see her, I didn't see her, I didn't see her. Krishna is looking at you and saying, hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite. He is telling you that. Pratima Bedi is streaking on the beach and you are saying, I am a Sankhya Yogi. I don't see such things. Nonsense. You know who Pratima Bedi is? Senthil and Kabir Bedi, you know? Don't know. You know, in Bangalore there is one 5-star hotel.
Nrityagram.
Nityagram. That was her class where she used to start.
She's an Odissi dancer.
She was a great Odissi dancer, very famous person, married to this Indian superstar at that time called Kabir Bedi. Okay. So you, what eyes have to see, they have to see. What ears have to hear, they have to hear. You cannot be a hypocrite saying that मैंने नहीं देखा, मैंने नहीं सुना. सुनने का रहता है, समझने का रहता है. Okay. Now just imagine, you are going out and you are talking to me, and suddenly some nice person comes, one very beautiful looking girl walks, and Brito bolega, Guruji, I was only listening to you, not looking at her. Bala, Guruji will tell you, but I was looking at her, no? Sir, how can you talk like this? I am not a hypocrite. I got eyes, I will look. Nothing goes in my mind. My mind is not tainted. So I will look at that object. Doesn't make a difference. Okay? It should not make a difference. But if you say, I have not seen, there are two things which have happened to you. One is you are a hypocrite. Or second is, तेरे आँख नहीं बटाटा है तेरे को. समझ में आया? That means you are not an observer, sir. Instead of eyes, you have got two potatoes over here. By the way, potatoes have eyes. Tapi will say, what is this? Is this satsang or what? It's all fun type, you know. Ye sab hai na. What?
That's what makes the learning easier.
Okay, so we'll do the last verse. He who acts offering all actions to God and shaking off attachments remains untouched by sin as the lotus leaf by water. So such a person who is a Sankhya Yogi, that is the person who is intellectually pure, also does actions. He also does actions. But the actions are not attaching to him. He is not possessing an object. Okay? He is not trying to possess the object. What does it mean by possessing the object? See, when you are in love and you see a beautiful flower, you pick it up. And you see the flower on the tree, on the plant. Then you pick it up and you say to your girlfriend, here is the rose for you. You have possessed the rose. Whereas what does this Sankhya Yogi or this Karma Yogi do? He just sees that rose over there. He lets it be. He says God has made such a beautiful thing. And the only word that he uses to his girlfriend, that rose would have looked so nice in your hair. Bas, that is all. That signifies the purity of his love. He need not possess an object. This is the difference between the two. So a Sankhya Yogi or a Karma Yogi, he who acts offering all actions to God. That means what? Actions to God means just doing the work because the God inside of you has said those beautiful words to you. Okay, it's the God who talks to you in the first place. Now you have done it for him, isn't it? So if you have done that job for him, have you not offered it to him? Of course. जैसे हम हमारे बच्चे के लिए एक खीर बनाते हैं या कोई चीज बनाते हैं, है कि नहीं? It's like now Brito will say, no, I will take my mother to the church because my mother and father love going to the church. Brito may not like going to the church, but he is doing it because out of his love for parents. So if you are doing it because just your heart feels nice about it, you have done that action. That action is pure, absolutely pure. And then you have offered that to the Lord itself. Shaking of attachments, there are no attachments to it कि है ना मेरे को ये मिलने वाला है या वो मिलने वाला है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Just doing the job for the sake of doing it. And if it has appeared to you for the first time, the job has come to you, it is there in front of you. That means God has kept you specifically for that, and doing the job for the purpose of doing the job, you have done it. Then no action will get attached to you, no karma will accrue to you. So remains untouched by sin, means there is no karma being accrued to you, as the lotus leaf by water. Just like, have you seen the lotus leaf? If you try to put some water on it, it goes away. It becomes
Shakes it
again, yes, nothing sticks to it. So you will also be free from all taints of any karma. So all that comes to you naturally, you should do. Don't put your mind in the picture, because the moment your mind comes into play, you have tainted it. And then whether you do it or you don't do it, both carry karma. Got it? Okay, that ends our line number 10. So we will stop over here. Now if you have any questions. Now you can ask personal questions also. Yeah, no questions. Okay, now what to do? हाँ सेंथिल, आज कुछ आ नहीं रहा है लगता है. हाँ?
No.
Yeah,
No.
okay. Yeah.
What is the schedule for the next 2-3 days?